Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. The fruit fly. Who'd have thought? I don't know what it is about fruit flies, I really do need to look that up. But it does amaze me that I get fruit flies. I have nothing that would resemble that, so I don't know what maybe my house plants. Firstly, thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. I love reading your comments. I know not everyone is always positive, and that's, for the most part is okay. I want to say thank you for offering, especially, some of the beautiful things that you share with me. And I know that you share them with a big heart. Okay, so let's get into the practical stuff. So we've been talking about having an intermediate class. I promised someone yesterday, I put a date down. I have decided to do it on Saturday, the 18th of September. We will still be in lockdown for sure. We are still, I think we've gone from 39th in the world to 37th in the world, so we are sort of moving, but long way to go in terms of vaccinating. So Saturday the 18th of September, 9 till 12 Australian Eastern Standard Time. We did have some confusion with that last time. If you're unsure of the time in your time, please make sure you can use the world clock. It's a really easy tool to use. Google world clock, look across the top, click on time zones, put in where you live, put in where your person lives, and it will tell you what time it is in your time. Record that. 3 hours. Now, the intermediate class is presuming that you've already either been reading or that you know your tarot deck very, very well. If you're unsure, this may be a little bit too much for you to be thrown in with other people reading for each other. So please be sure. We do a bit of that at the end of the beginner's class. So just sort of feel out whether this is right for you going straight to intermediate. If you're unsure, I'm happy for you to email me and check, because sometimes people think that it's really easy to go straight to intermediate, but it takes a lot of confidence to start reading for others. If you're not at that point, you might find that a little difficult. Okay, I am live on YouTube tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to join me with Super Chat there, you're most welcome to come along. I do readings for a small donation. Okay, we are using the Albino Rider-Waite Tarot here. So let's see where we are going. Oh, the Devil straight out. This is the card that represents Capricorn. I have been seeing a lot of the King of Pentacles jumping out on me lately, which sort of implies earth energy as well. The Devil card is a card that talks, I feel, primarily anything connected to the ego. The way we learn, the way we understand our own desires, energies, shadow energies. It is the card of all things too extreme. It takes into consideration things like addictions, codependency. It is a card that sort of talks about things that we don't feel that we have some sort of power or control over. So for me, it's all around the ego energy. What we perceive as our own weaknesses or our own challenges. Let's just sort of drop that. Okay, so, beautiful. All right then. So it looks to me like some of you are starting to understand how this energy affects you. It's like being chained to something, as you can see, but not really understanding that you can free yourself from something. So it's an invisible chain, really. But I feel like here, some of you are walking away from that. So you might be starting to understand codependency. You might be understanding your own, I almost want to say, how you place yourself in terms of other people. You may be starting to understand something like people pleasing, which is this sort of energy. All right, so You may be starting to understand manipulation. You may be understanding something, maybe within your family unit or something that you've adopted yourself that really it doesn't serve you anymore, because you're walking away from this. So this is not bringing you the emotional. We can all relate to this. I have a problem with, and I have for most of my life, with the desire to make myself better through working harder, putting more energy and time into my education, and struggling and taking myself to the point of burnout, trying to get people to see my value. I feel that there is a lot of people I'm speaking to here who are walking away from this energy, starting to understand how this energy has kept you trapped. Now, whatever this is for you, this ego energy could be even living in a mentality of lack, feeling that you're not worthy, feeling that you are less than other people, because I see the Four of Cups here, Temperance, beautiful. The Temperance card has been coming out a lot lately, but I feel like she keeps giving me these very different energies. So it's really sort of enlightening for me, because I keep feeling different things with the same card. The Four of Cups tells me you're not happy with what you're being offered here. There is something that you are walking away from. Now, it could be as simple as you're walking away from somebody with this energy here. You could be leaving somebody behind here because you're not happy with what they're offering you anymore. Now, the Temperance card is a card that talks of balance. It talks of bringing things into balance. It's about vibration. It's about balancing our energies. It's about divine timing. It's tempering. It's tempering things. Remember, with the name Temperance. So I feel like here the energy she's coming through with this morning is quite different, because what she's talking about here is getting into perspective what you are dealing with and what you want to have in your life. So if you've got an imbalance here, like the scales are not balanced because what you have in your life does not match where you want to be in life, if those scales aren't balancing, then it is time to pack up and move away. All right, so we're clearly seeing a moving away from some sort of energy that's kept you bound and tied here. Now, for some of you, that could be a relationship, especially if you're, like I said, a people pleaser, an empath, or somebody who's given your power away to somebody else. You're walking away from that energy. I like it. And you're finding, oh, look at this. Oh, beautiful story. You are finding some way here to understand the incongruence of what you want and what you're currently dealing with. So you're starting to understand, in order to move towards what you want in your life with that wish card, you are having to look at your life and you are having to decide, is it something I want to put up with, or am I choosing to move forward? Whether this is a person, a situation, a job, a way of thinking, some of the ego things that have kept you trapped, whether it's something in your life you can't have, you can't get to. If you have no power in a situation or you feel powerless, you're going to walk away. You're going to decide here, what is best for me? And it's coming through very, very clearly. All right, so we have the Six of Cups coming through. This card always makes me sort of feel really, I don't know, it does make you feel nostalgic, and I guess that's what it's about, but it just takes me right back every time I look at it. There is some sort of past influence here. So when I see this card, I'm often sort of taken back to any sort of childhood limitations, trauma, upbringing, beliefs, whatever you've got sitting within this card is really being brought to the surface for you to deal with. So you could have got yourself into some sort of situation or something here because of some belief that you've had. You've got yourself trapped in some sort of illusion from a belief that you've had from a young child. Let's see where we're going here. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of, I was going to say the Two of Swords, and then the Two of Swords came out. The Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. Okay, so some of you are already working on this. I can see that already. For some of you, it is about work. There is definitely this energy of coming to some sort of crossroads here and making a decision about how you move forward. For many of you here, this is about dissolving some idea of who you are or who you were in the past. So it's okay if you've changed, because sometimes we sort of get in a belief or an idea or a way of doing things that no longer serves us, and that's okay to say that doesn't serve us anymore. And it could be to do with your work. For example, if you picked a career and you decided you want to be a maths teacher, no idea why that came to mind, and you've been doing maths teaching for the last 10 years and you are so up to the teeth with it, it's okay to say, well, you know what, I went on this path because at the time I picked this in my past, this is the road I chose. But it's no longer the road that suits me, and that's okay. I can leave it behind. I can leave it in the past. If this is a relationship here, you may be reviewing something with this Two of Swords in regards to a relationship. It was good in the past when you chose it. Does it still serve you now? Do you still want to work on it? Do you see it taking you into the future? If the answer is no, you're going to act on it. Whatever this is for you, it's okay to choose to leave something behind because it no longer fits with you. At 20, you're going to make very different decisions to when you're 30. And when you're 30, you will make very different decisions to when you're 40, etc. Everybody in the course of a 10-year span, 5-year span, some of us only 1 year, our whole idea changes, our whole concept of things change. Especially if you're on the spiritual journey where you are constantly being downloaded or questioned or enlightened, where you're given different ideas, ways of thinking, challenging concepts all the time. Your mind changes. Your approach changes. Whatever it is for you here, you are reviewing something here that does no longer serve you. All right, Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness, Judgment card. This has been the one for me, is the idea of love. I guess we're all brought up with, fairy tales, stories, movies. We all believe in this sort of romantic love. And I was watching Richard Grannon this morning thinking, wow, it's amazing how many of us are on the same path at the moment, and starting to understand that perhaps romantic love was only attachment and there is only love, full stop. But the idea of falling in love may be that we are somehow consumed by what we read and what we learn when we're children, which of course becomes part of this energy. So is there only attachment and love, and once we get out of attachment we choose to stay with the person and love them? Or what is love beyond that? So it really does challenge your views. But there is something here that is being offered to you, quite possibly from your past, in regards to love, because you're getting a chance to do something again with the Judgment card. So it could be that you're getting an opportunity to find someone here that evokes the feeling of love within you that you may want to build on here. Keeping in mind here that there is something you are being given an opportunity to do again. You've got some sort of rebirthing process coming through, and it's coming as a result of an offer here. All right, so we have the Page of Cups. So it is a love offer. It's a brand new start with the Ace of Wands, and there's the Tower. Okay, so the Tower always talks about old constructs being pulled down to rebuild something new. I sometimes think when I'm talking about something, how many other people are already in front of me and really understand concepts, or how many people are sort of listening to me thinking, I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's sort of like understanding that there are people at different phases of this on your path. But the universe is certainly throwing forward in the moments leading up to now, these ideas and concepts that we've adopted as very young people that are being challenged now by the universe. All right, let's have a look, because I want to clarify this. So there's a lot of stuff stuck in our ego that we've been taught that no longer serves us. And I see you walking away from that. You're refusing to believe something now. There is some sort of energy of understanding what you want in your life, what you want to believe, where you're going. All of those things lie within your power. And you are trying to understand now how to make them manifest. Because you have the Nine of Cups here, which says to me that you are on some sort of journey towards what you want or what you wish for here. So many of us are understanding the concept of attachment rather than love. Now, I always knew about that myself. I'd always got that. But the whole idea of falling in love is really only attaching. So, after what comes from that stage of limerence, you go into a stage of pure love. So you've got to make sure that the person that you're with to start with is someone that you choose to spend the rest of your life with. Otherwise, when you come out of that stage of attachment, you may feel that that relationship is no longer healthy for you anymore. But don't forget, when we're in that stage too of attachment, we tend to put the other person on a pedestal and we worship them. So we ignore anything that comes along. For some of you, you would ignore red flags, signs that show you that this person is probably not going to be the right person for you in the long haul. All right, let's have a look and see what's happening with this Tower. There's definitely new love being offered, and you're not going to take it here with that Four of Cups. This is just really nice, actually. Oh, wow. Okay, because you're understanding what love really looks like here with the Lover's card. And there comes the Temperance card. Choose wisely. That's what I feel like she's representing for us today. This idea of choosing something wisely. Are you going to be offered something here that no longer fits with this new idea, this new schema that you've developed, this new idea that you're coming through with? Because the Tower says to me, you're no longer seeing things the way you used to. Now, this could be in regards to relationships, jobs, whatever. You have a brand new opportunity coming to you here, and I feel like here you are considering, is this opportunity right for me? Does it fit what I believe love should be? Because you are choosing now with the Temperance card. So it may be for some of you this is new. I feel like it's love that's being offered, but it could be work, especially with these Pentacles now. So that maths teacher you became and you want to move on from, somebody might come in and offer you a job as a maths teacher that's really lucrative and really attractive. But maybe you're just done with being a maths teacher, and that's okay too. Okay. All right, let's pull out an Oracle card. I feel like here you're going to choose wisely though. I feel like here you're understanding something now better than you did before. Maybe you're understanding the concept of love. Maybe you're starting to see things more practically, more logically. You're not going to go in with your rose-coloured glasses on anymore. It's making a whole lot of sense here. All right, a change in the wind. Card 12, there you go. Beautiful. This is a sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the wind will blow. The Tower just fell down, by the way, because that's what that's talking about. Maybe I could put it next to there. It sort of has a little bit of that feel. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and to resist change. You want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes, yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Whoa, look out, something's coming your way here. And I feel like you are You're going to work with it so differently to what you did before. You have grown so much. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.